Welcome. Shalom, shalom. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I go by the name Ghabaray on YouTube. Ghabaray is what is known as the Hebrew. The real word is Ghabaray, Hebrew or Ghabarim, Hebrews. And if you just joined this channel, please kindly subscribe, like, share, comment. And again, thank you for tuning into this channel. Today's video, I'm going to talk about a topic that I've been asked to do, the language, to explain what language is it. I believe I've said it about this language, but again, people believe that it's a lie. It's we're babbling. It's not babbling. It's not bada 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 da 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 do 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 or whatever is spoken in Christianity in churches, or that's not speaking in tongues. There's no such a thing. There's a language that our ancestors Adam spoke this language, and his wife and the children after them, until the Tower of Babel, when Yahweh or Elohim decided that he has to confuse mankind to inflict more languages so that people don't understand each other. So that's why we call any other language beside the Ghabaray as languages of confusion, because that was the purpose, to confuse mankind. So again, the word Hebrew is a misnomer from Greek. The Greek didn't have a guttural fricative, pharyngeal fricative in the language ha, and so they couldn't transliterate Ghabar or Ghabaray in Greek. And if you know, I don't know, it depends where you're watching. You'll be watching this video. But if you, like if you South Africa, Namibia, most of this is where you have this, you will have found languages like Zulu, or also you have that click, or in Namibia, the Hereros, they have that click in their tongue, when they speak. Even the Khois, what's called the Bushmen, the Namas in South Africa, they have that click. And that click, because these languages don't have a script. A script is alphabet of their own. In Africa, it's only Ethiopian has an alphabet. The rest has none. They cannot write anything in those languages besides using different languages just to transliterate what the person is saying. So you have this situation where, like in Osa, or in Zulu also, you have those click that Kosa, in Sa, you have most of them. Now you cannot write in English, if you are to translate that in English or French or whatever, you can't, because there is no such a sound in English, a letter that gives that sound. So what happened is they use XH to give the sound, which does make sense, but I don't know who come up with that. Same thing, they came up with Chaba or Ghabarim or Ghabaray by the Greek. So if you ever heard a Gazan or a Palestinian talk about it, Gaza, they don't say Gaza, they say Gaza. Even the Hebrews, the Jewish in Israel, don't talk about those who are everywhere in the world. No, those who are in Israel, they don't say Gaza, they will say Gaza, because that is the sound that's there. It's a H, not a Ga. A Ga is a different letter. H is a guttural, what is known in Masoretic Hebrew or the modern Hebrew as iron. It's not the R sound, in Hebrew, modern Hebrew is like an R sound. It's not an R sound, it's a H sound. Chaz. So Chabar was one, if you know the history better. Same as they butchered the name Ya'otzakak or Ya'ochakab. Ya'ochakab comes from that. It's a theophoric name with the name, the divine name in a reduced form, and Chakab as an attribute. Ya'o supplant means Ya'o supplant, Ya'o Chakab. And the father of Ya'o Chakab is Ya'o Ya'o Tzakak. Ya'o Tzakak means Ya'o loves. They say it's Yitzhak or Isaac, and they went with that. Yitzhak is wrong because there is no, there's a ka there, Ya'o Tzakak. Tzakak means to love. Ya'o loves. That's what's the meaning of the name, what is known as Yitzhak or Isaac. His name is Ya'o Tzakak, and Ya'o Tzakak means Ya'o loves. Ya'o Shmael, same. So many names got butchered because of those guttural that were not in Greek, because the Greeks are the one that translated the scriptures in their language in Greek, so to give value to Greek. So again, I'm going to read Genesis chapter 1. So what we call Torah. We don't say Genesis, we don't say Exodus, we say Torah. Chapter 1, Torah chapter 2, Torah chapter 3, Torah. It's Torah, not Torah. Torah. There's a difference between Tha and Ta. Ta is the 9th letter of the alphabet, of the Ghabaray alphabet. And Tha is the last letter or the 22nd letter of the alphabet. So again, I said Torah, not Torah. Then, so I'm going to read Torah 1, chapter 1. So, first book, in chapter 1 and verse 1 to 5, the first day of creation. Read it in the language, then translate it in our tongue. So, again, let's go. This is how you go. Genesis 1, chapter 1 to verse 1 to verse 5. Ba Ra'asheth, Ba Alaim, Ath Hashamim, Wa Ath Ha'aratz, Wa Ha'aratz, Hetha, Tha'o, Wa Ba'o, Wa Kashach, Chal Panei Tha'om, Wa Ruk, Alaim, Mar Chapath, Chal Panei Hamim, Wa Ya'ama Alaim, Ya'eo, Wa Ya'eo, Wa Ya Alaim, Ath Ha'o, Chetob, Wayabadal alaim ben ha'o wa ben ha'kashach wayaka alaim la'o yom wala kashach ka leila waya'e kharab waya'e baka yom akad. Now that first day of creation, right? Now if I was reading in the Masoretic Hebrew, I would have said Bereshit, bara, Elohim, Et Hashamayim, Va'et Ha'aretz. No, now this is not the Masoretic Hebrew or the modern Hebrew. This is the Paleo-Hebrew, Ghabaray, which is Ghabaray, not Paleo. Okay, Paleo is just to say the ancient Hebrew. So this is the tongue of Ghabaray, the tongue that Ghabar spoke. And when languages got, inflicted into mankind, they got different tongues. So whatever a certain house spoke, the language was the name of that person was the language was given the name of that person. So sorry, I had to sneeze. I'm going to translate verse 1. This is the first word of the scriptures. It says Ba Ra'asheth. Ba, letter Ba is prefix to the word Ra'asheth. Ra'ashet means beginning. Ba is a preposition, in beginning or from beginning. So that's what Bar Asheth means. Bar Ra'asheth, in beginning. Then you have Bar, the verb, Bar, third person, masculine, singular. If it was third person, masculine, feminine, it will be Bara, Bara, sorry. Then if it was third person, masculine, plural, it would have been Bar-O, because it's plural. The O at the end, the O sound, the wa that makes the O sound at the end signify the plural, third person plural. That's past tense, or it's made, even if it's masculine or feminine, it will just say Bar-O, as they made it, they created. But because it's bar, third person masculine singular, meaning it's a masculine individual created this. And alaim, which then signifies that the verb is in singular form. If the verb was in a plural form, then we'll say deities, so many gods created. But because the verb is in a singular form, meaning the deity that created it is a singular deity. But the word Alaim is in its plural form. Now, if you speak different language, I know I'm going to speak about French. In French, when you're speaking to the authority, you do not, we say tutoyer in French. So the you singular in French, in English, and the use plural in English, they sound the same. You don't know if so, but in French, when you're saying you singular and you plural, they sound different. And when you're speaking like to a president, to an authority, even your father, you don't really say tu, because it's sign of disrespect. So you will say vous, because as a respect to the authority. It doesn't mean you only say tu when you're talking to a subordinate, someone under you. You can say that. That's a bit of the rules. But again, so bar ala aim, so bar ashet means in beginning, bar created, ala aim, the high power of hashamim. Hashamim is two words. Ha, article definite, and shamim, heavens. Hashamim is the heavens. Wa'ath is now wa'ath. Ath here is an acquisitive, a direct object, but you have wa. So wa means there, it means end. Ha'arat, two words. Ha, the, article definite, and arat is the earth. The word arat means earth, land, territory. So then you have waha'arat. Waharat is three words also now combined in here. When you look at Hebrew, it's not like no. The word, it will be one word, but we understand it because the language is how the language is. Only because you speak English, you want to translate in English, then you will find yourself like it's three words, right? But that's wa, it's and, ha, the, arat, earth. Then waha'arat, hetha, that is now the verb to be. Hetha, to be, the verb to be or to become. Hetha is in a third person feminine singular. Hetha. If it was third person masculine singular, it will be hey. Hey. Now, because it's third person masculine feminine, that's why you hear the ha at the end. Hetha. Now, the letter tha is it comes between the second and the third radical to make the sound tha, to say that the subject is feminine, because arat is a feminine word. Then you have tha'o. Tha'o is without form, right? Waba'o. Waba'o is void or empty. Then you have wakashach. Wakashach is darkness. Wa is end, Khashah, darkness. You have the word that follows that is Khal. Khal is up on, up, against. So it depends the context you're using Khal. It will mean upon, it will mean on something, or against something, against somebody. Before my face also means before. Then you have Panay. Panay is face. My face is the same thing, Panay or face. If I say your face, I'll say Panecha. Okay? Their faces, I'll say Panecham. Good. Then you have Thaom. Thaom is the abyss, right? So you say Thaom. Then you have Waruk. Waruk is two words also now. Wa is end. Ruk is what is usually the people say Ruach. It's not Ruach, it's Ruk, because it's a wa there. There's no U sound in Ghabaray. There's no V sound, no E sound, no U sound, no F sound. You don't say those sounds. They don't exist in Ghabaray. You will say it's O, I, long A sound, and silent sound, and yeah. So then you have the following word is alaim, which is so waruk alaim marakapath marakapath is hovered, means moved, right? The ruk, or the power. Ruk is not the Holy Spirit, it's the power, it's the energy, the wind. It's called ruk. So when the wind, the power of Alaim moved, hovered, Khal is upon or up, before, Panay, the face, Khal, Panay, the face, and Hamim is two words also. Maim is waters, and Ha is the article definite. So the waters, that is Ghabaray, Genesis. Now, if I can continue, so I can even go with how do you call it? So again, when we have like the day for us starts sunrise and finishes the next day sunrise, just at dawn. Yeah, you call it dawn, right? As the sun as the sun is about to rise, the first day finishes, the previous day finishes, and the following day starts. So when it says waya ama ala em ya e o waya e o, waya ama means and said alaim. Ama, the verb say, it's ama. Ama is to say. Ya prefix to ama means, if you say ya ama, he will say. So when I said waya ama, wa flips. So when you put wa in front of a verb, if the verb is in a future tense, the wa reverse the verb into the past tense. If the verb is in a past tense and you put wa, prefix wa in front of the verb, the wa then puts the verb into a future tense. That's the role that usually the wa will do in front of a verb. So waya ama ala em, and said ala em, that's what it will mean now, and say ala em ya e, let there be. Ya e, third person masculine. Let there be. Wa ya e, and there was. See, ya e, let there be. That is a future. Ya e, masculine, singular. Zaman makha, we say it. Future is zaman makha. Let there be light. Wa ya e. Wa ya ama alaem, ya e o, let there be light. Then Wayae, then there was, because the wa is reversed the yae back into the past, because now let there be light and there was a light. So when the way it's sometimes people misunderstand as the way people have misunderstood the scripture, because the Greek also made they butchered everything. So so wayae o, and there was light. Waya alaim, and so alaim ha'o, the light, che, for, tob, good, right? Waya badal is to divide. Ya if it was only ya in front of badal, it will be he will divide. But now it's because it's waya badal is now reverse the future back into the past, and divided alaim, bain is between ha'o, the light, wabain, and between hakashach, the darkness, wayaka, and cold is alaim, la'o, and called the high power, la'o, to the light, yom, day, wala kashach, and to the darkness, ka, ye cold, leila, night, waya'e harab, and there was, harab is evening, and waya'e harab, waya'e baka, and there was a morning, yom akad. Now why is evening and morning and the day finished? Because the day started when the sun got created. You remember, the light is the sun. The sun was not created on the fourth day. The moon and the stars were created on the fourth day, and they were given command now to the season to start. But the sun, the light, was created in the first day. The sun is created, the day is started. The day was given, the day was named, the light was named day, and the darkness was named, first the day got separated, and the darkness got named night, and the day was named, the light was named day. Then you have, then you had the evening came, and after the evening went into the night, so Layla. Then, as the sun was coming up again, the first day finishes just as the sun rises. So the sun is, because the following day has to start, the second day starts. That's how the days are divided. That's how the days were made. So the action, so when our Masha relates it, Masha is Moses, he relates it, activities are done, and just before as the one day is finishing, that's when he says Yom Akkad, or Yom Shaneh, second day, Yom Shaleshe, third day, Yom Araba'e, fourth day, Yom Chameshe, fifth day, Yom Hashashe, sixth day, and Yom Hashabe'e, seventh day. Days were created. The light was created first before the moon and the stars, not the same day. That light was created on the first day, and it got separated between the light and the darkness. And the light was called day, and the darkness was called Layla, or night. So we had the evening and we had the morning. Day one finishes. They in the beginning of that following morning, day two starts. Things got created. We come to an evening again, and as the sun rises again, day second finishes, and day three starts. So that's how it's divided. That's how you understand the times. That's why Shabbat starts in sunrise to sunrise on Yom Akkad again in the morning, not from day 6 evening to day 7 in the evening. Shabbat doesn't work like that, because then how you understood how they were picking up manna, because they didn't do anything on the Shabbat. Now it's just, the way things got translated. It's just go back to Exodus, and it's very clear when you look at how they were celebrating even their first Shabbat. So again, shalom. If you just joined, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and let's road to success. Road to success. There's no directive or number targeted number. We're just going straight to success. Shalom lacham. Shalom lacham means shalom to everyone. Lacham is all.